TE Media presents Kaiju Vision Godzilla-thon. So here we have Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, also known as Godzilla versus the Cosmic Monster, also known as Godzilla versus the Bionic Monster. Godzilla versus Megalon performed poorly, to say the least. The franchise is essentially on life support, so Toho had to figure out some way to breathe some new life into it. So the plan was to make Godzilla destructive again, but also a hero as well. The producer figured Okinawa would be a great place to have the movie because he was familiar with the location, and he thought that Godzilla should have an evil twin to hopefully reinvigorate the franchise. This would also be a good opportunity to link Godzilla to a legendary creature known as King Caesar in the area, based off of a legend. Of course, we have aliens again. Would it be a Showa-era movie if it wasn't aliens at the root of it? This one's definitely got a heavy Planet of the Apes influence. They come from a black hole to conquer what else? The Earth. So the movie begins with Godzilla just destroying everything in Okinawa. Anguirus decides to step in and fights with Godzilla. He kind of gets beat down by this Godzilla, but scratches away part of his skin, showing something metallic underneath the skin. So you know, something's definitely not right here. Anguirus, he almost gets his jaw broken by Godzilla, almost like the King Kong finisher from the earlier movies, or, you know, like Godzilla kind of does the kiss of death in the legendary films. But then a little later, the real Godzilla shows up and has a great battle with this fake Godzilla in an industrial complex. After a while, Mechagodzilla decides to stop messing around and shows his true form. And what else? Mechagodzilla, of course, is being remote controlled by the aliens, because that's just what they do. They remote control monsters. Mechagodzilla's got quite the arsenal. He's got finger missiles, chest beams, eye beams, as well as a shield. They wanted to make sure Mechagodzilla is a match for both King Caesar and Godzilla, so they wouldn't have to waste budget on another monster for a big brawl. Like I said earlier, King Caesar's based on a legend, some sort of lion dog creature. He's kind of weird looking. Mechagodzilla, they decided to go with a robot because robots were popular at the time. That's why they went with Jet Jaguar. I love all sorts of robot things. Armored Core, Mecha Warrior, Gundam. So Mechagodzilla is definitely a favorite of mine. The design for Mechagodzilla came from a metallic Godzilla toy that they beat with a hammer until they liked the shape of it, and then like handed it to the guy and just said, hey, make a suit of this. And that's how we got Mechagodzilla. King Caesar can only wake up when a descendant of some family or something sings to him. The song goes on for way too long, though. King Caesar wakes up with an explosion, but he probably would have been better off staying asleep. Mechagodzilla makes pretty quick work of him. Godzilla shows up. We have another awesome fight, mostly between Godzilla and Mechagodzilla, though King Caesar does help out. This time, Mechagodzilla unloads his weapons and makes Godzilla pretty bloody, which is kind of a first for the series. They've shown blood before, but this is definitely the most. Of course, Godzilla gets a new power. He can turn himself into a magnet. He then twists Mechagodzilla's head off. A really cool ending to this one, I think. This Godzilla movie definitely has more of a serious tone, but I think it's a great entry. I say definitely check it out. I'll be coming back soon with the final entry of the Showa-era. I may do a ranking of the Showa-era films or a tier ranking. Haven't decided yet, but we're coming to the close of the Showa-era, and we're going to be continuing on with the Heisei-era. So definitely subscribe if you haven't. Check out the other ones. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts of Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. I'll see you on the next one. Thor out.